Hello and welcome to more awesome collection, pop culture collectibles, classic toys. We're going to look at some Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea lunchboxes, vintage from the 1960s. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, reply, like, and share. These are the same lunchbox. I have two of them, and they have graphics all around, so I brought them both out to take a look at them. So when I have these on display, I can see both of the major sides, and then they've got artwork all around. We're going to take a look at the thermoses. Same thing, where they've got the artwork, got the classic logo there. Looks like waves, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. This show was on produced by Irwin Allen from the 1964 to 1968. This is a little bit later for the run of the show to come out with a product for it. They didn't do it until 1967. Cambridge Productions, they had that on there in 20th Century Fox Television. And this is Aladdin Corporation. And you can see on here the Aladdin, the genie on there. I'm going to take a closer look at all of this. For some reason they wanted to feature this octopus all on the artwork. They never fought a giant octopus per se. There was a giant man-o-war, jellyfish, and certainly a lot of the giant creatures. This does have the Flying Sub on there, which is nice, which was introduced on the show in the second season. That's a bright yellow when you get the model. We're looking at Richard Basehart, Admiral Nelson, and David Hedison as Commander Captain Crane. This, you can see it's raised up the way they do it. It's kind of nice. So it's not just flat. Let's take a closer look. This one you can see is rusted up more than this one. And then when we get to the thermoses, you'll see some of the difference here. So on here, we've got the octopus. Well, let's look at the sides. Here we got the classic Flying Sub. They're up by the Arctic. There's the sub closer to the bottom. Some sharks, some divers out there. Another view of the Flying Sub. They call it the Flying Sub because it could fly out into the sky like a jet plane, and then land on land. So that was very cool. Let's take a closer look here. Let's take a look at both sides here. See, that's worn off, so they got a lot of wear by edge wear. It's hard to get super mint, but these aren't too bad. Let's take a look at the other side. Got the Seaview submarine. That's raised up. It's real nice. Got a nice sheen to it, and some of the paint's looking pretty nice. Filming this in November 2021, so these are quite old. Very much fun. We'll look at the thermoses after we take a quick look inside. See, that one's aged. And then let's see what this one looks like inside. Not as bad. It would have been bright light. You can see how the thermos fits in there, and that helps hold it on and rest there. Ooh, Safety Council. Incorporated, Nashville, Tennessee. Safety first. So that's a look inside. Let's get to the thermoses. Look at this one first, and I've got this one loose so we can look inside at the caps in a moment. This one's a brighter bottom. Aladdin half pint. Nice. Got the nice Seaview on there. The divers doing a lot of things. On the show, they did have some different colored scuba sets. They had some yellow and some red. And if Admiral Nelson went out, his was sort of like a silverish gray. Aladdin right on there. And then you've got the 20th Century Fox, 1967 Cambridge, the production. So Irwin Allen did this. The next year, after 64, 65, he had his next production on Lost in Space with the robot, and that also went to 1968. This is a little bit worn more. Let's take a look. Nice cap. You drink out of that. There's the seal that you open up. Press down and put in. Sometimes you got to be careful with these, since this is a glass-like material in there that'd be broken. So this one's in fairly nice shape. Very cool. Let's look inside. I think I did one of my other lunch boxes, the Beatles 1968 Yellow Submarine video. I did that. I'll give a link to it over there at the end of the video. Alright, so that's another collectible for Voyage to the Bottom Sea. Very fun show if you've never seen it. They have some on YouTube you can find. Originally it was more, a little bit more serious, and it was black and white in its first season. Had tons of guest stars in it, and they had spy-like stories and so forth, Cold War, and then it morphed more and more into monsters of all kinds and aliens, alien monsters. So it's a fun show. Recommend you taking it out. I'll have more Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea items in the future. I've done a couple things like the card sets before on a video. Alrighty, until next time, more awesome collection. Classic toys, pop culture, 1960s. Thanks for watching.